Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part one of what if Deku was a toy maker or the toy maker. So in this world, quirks, they just normal, quirks. But it's something different. And this time Inko, she has an intelligence quirk. Hisashi also has an intelligence quirk. But they use their quirks for different things. Well, no, actually, no. Hisashi don't have an intelligence quirk. He has a modeling quirk. Not like models, like basically take pictures. I'm talking about like he has a quirk that models things for him. As in like he can build things. He gets the models for them and he can build it. Which helps him with inventing things. But Hisashi, since his parents were toy makers, he always wanted to help them with their business. So he took up the family, business, and he became a toy maker. Inko, she was, pretty smart. She was good at coding, you know. She also did a lot of things for like inventing new objects, things. But she made sure that she, didn't make something too, out of this world, because she know what happened to the last person that actually did that. He actually got shot. And well, actually, she do make a couple of things that's revolutionary for the world. And she is, close to David Shield. They best friends for, the ventures they work on together. Hisashi, toys, the way he makes his toys is, sometimes even if he work on it hard enough, he can make his toys come to life or seem like they're alive. They move, they speak, and, sometimes even, well, sometimes even feel human emotions. But, that's not all the time. That's sometimes. That's when either somebody messing with their quirk and they put their quirk inside of well, no, actually no, they don't feel human emotions. They just move, they speak, they function like they would. That they're the thing that they're designed after, they function like it. One day he made a helicopter and it actually flew like a helicopter would. He made a toy gun. It shot with real bullets. And this actually shocked him that his quirk could be used like this. But it only worked in his hands. Other people tried to shoot real bullets out of it, it didn't work. But only when he did it, it worked. So he tried doing something else. He tried, using rubber bullets. He think about shooting rubber bullets. They shot rubber bullets. Explosive, boom, explosion bullets. Tranquilizers, tranquil bullets. All things like that. Inko's, adventures were, smart. They were helpful. She learned how to, take the pollution out the air with an invention that basically sucks up pollution and turns it into natural air or natural earth gases, where these gases aren't harmful to the environment. So Inko and Sashi was basically rich. So now Deku was born into a rich family of Inko and Hisashi, the Midoriya family. Sometimes Inko and Hisashi do work on projects, work on these certain things together. Now this story is gonna be more like, here what if. And another one that's coming out is gonna be villain. Because I thought about it. Why don't I try my first villain what if? So, Deku was born, little baby with green eyes. He later grows up to get green hair. And then he goes to the quirk doctor. The quirk doctor tells them that he has an intelligence quirk. Not just that, he has a modeling quirk. And he has his own special, unique quirk to himself. This quirk basically, manipulates the size of things. Well, the things that he creates. He can manipulate the size of it. But he can't, manipulate the size of everyday objects. They say, oh, okay. So, This wasn't the same quirk doctor as in canon, so all for one doesn't know of his quirk. But Inko and Hisashi want to help Deku to become better than them, because every parent wants their kid to be better than them. So Hisashi teaches Deku how to use this modeling quirk, how to make models for things, and how to use those things. He says that the thing that you're modeling them after, they will come to life. They will function as the thing that you're modeling them after. So what Deku does is he make All Might, because he has to do like All Might, and the thing basically said, "I am here," without Deku even putting in any electronics or things like that. It says, "I am here." As it jumped, it flew right in the air, and then it punched, causing a shockwave. As Inko and Hisashi were shocked from this, and they think that his quirk is really powerful. So they, they taught Deku basically how to regulate his powers, thoughtfully, and don't make things that are dangerous. And telling him that All Might is too powerful. So basically, focus on some things that are weaker than All Might. Because if you go with something that's as strong as All Might, it could be terrible for the environment, that you're in. So he says, okay, as he thinks some more, down to weaker, levels. So he thinks about a wolf. He basically makes a wolf, and it basically howls and it moves around. It jumps and it bites. They're thinking that his quirk is very powerful. So Inko trains him on his intelligence quirk, which Deku is very intelligent. He has a high-end intelligence quirk. Deku is smarter than Nezu with his intelligence quirk. But he isn't that smart right now because he's too young. And his brain capacity is not at full capacity yet. He has to get older. So he can memorize things, more things, and he can also work on his natural intelligence. So now they try to get to have Deku work on his size changing quirk, which he can only use in conjunction with his modeling quirk and his intelligence quirk. When he makes things, he can only use that then. Which Deku is gonna make things. And Deku is kind of fit for his age. He goes on running with his father. He works out with his father. Hisashi, he was someone who actually taught hand-to-hand combat. He taught basic hand-to-hand combat and how to disarm someone with a knife. So he taught that to Deku. He also taught Deku how to, have a proper diet, how to, work out, basic workouts, how to maintain a perfect body. He taught that to Deku. So Deku knows all of that, the special things. He also taught Deku advanced combat, some martial arts. Boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, Taekwondo, and a couple others. To make sure that Deku stays on par with people that actually have, strength quirks, explosive, water quirks, fire quirks, lightning quirks, all things like that. Want to prepare Deku for the real world if he actually chooses to become a hero. So, Deku, he, start, developing his intelligence quirk. His intelligence quirk get better and better the more knowledge that he actually finds. It makes him get smarter. So he starts, reading books. These books help him develop his intelligence quirk. The more he comprehends things that he never knew, he gets smarter. And his memory gets larger too from reading books. So Deku, he started reading all kinds of books, fantasy, love, a lot of things. Reading any kind of book he could find, cooking. From his intelligence quirk, he gets perfect memory, and from that perfect memory, he gets perfect body functions, meaning he can do anything that he reads or sees. Something like a saying. Like, Goku saw the Kamehameha wave and he copied it. That's what Deku can do. Something like the Sharingan gun. Basically with his intelligence quirk. So, Deku, he reads about military strategies and he learns what soldiers are. You know, soldiers, he learns that soldiers are people that protect, they go to war, that serve their countries. Deku learns that, and he also learns, all the types of guns that he can. He learns that the oldest guns that was actually, used was the muskets. Then came the musket pistol. Then came the 6 shooters. Then came the revolver. Old school Western revolver, the shotguns. Then the M1 Grands. Then the World War II guns. All kinds of guns all over history. M16, AR, every gun that he can think of, he reads about. He learns about cars, helicopters, tanks, jets, nukes, explosives, everything that he can read, he reads. And Deku gets smarter and smarter over time. Now, Deku grows up. He is 10 years old. He is not going to the same middle school as Bakugo. He actually goes to the same middle school as Todoroki Momo. And he meets them too. And he's actually pretty much friends with them. Todoroki still got the scar, but Izuku actually gives him the talk earlier than in canon. He tells Todoroki to use his, fire. He tells him that the fire is yours, it's not your father's. And, your father does not control your fire, you do. Todoroki, you are not your father. You are Shoto Todoroki. It's just like me. I have my mom's quirk and my father's quirk, but it's my quirk. I choose how I use it, and they don't tell me how to use it. I use it how I want to use it, and I view my quirk as I view it. It's my quirk. So, Todoroki takes that to heart. And, Momo, she likes hanging around Deku, she has fun with him. Oh yeah, y'all tell me what the ship y'all want to be. Actually, I'm gonna make y'all choose between Momo or, Mei Hatsune. And no, it can't be Melissa. Because they're pretty much like cousins. Like, they grew up together. They think of each other like cousins or brother and sisters. Brother and sister. Well, Inko does know Bakugo and Mitsuki. She do know them, and they are close friends still. They do meet occasionally. So, let's get to the story again. So, Deku and Momo and Todoroki are at school, 10 years old, like I said. They're just in class, they're talking to each other. And Todoroki says, "Hey, Deku, well, Izuku, I was wondering if you can make me something." As Deku says, "What? What do you want?" "Can you make me a cat? I want a toy cat." As Deku says, "Okay." As he basically tells Momo, asks Momo if she could, produce some materials for him. Basically materials to make a cat. As Deku does, he puts the materials together, because he don't want to use his quirk right now. Which he can easily make a cat, but he don't want to. So, yeah, and the modeling quirk, it doesn't, model, metal. It actually models like wood. It makes it out of wood first. So, actually, no, it makes it out of, it makes it out of wood first. And then, they got to put in the metal parts, the plastic parts, and other things like that, other parts like that. So Deku puts the cat together and he gives it to Todoroki. Has Todoroki start playing with it. It's functioning like a cat would, but it's not made from Deku quirk, so gonna it isn't gonna come to life. Basically, it's not gonna come to life. But he can change the size of it because he did make it. He basically built it. He put it together. So over the years that Deku made more things, and Deku actually made a couple of people hero gear. He made hero gear for people, for heroes. And people know Deku as a perfect person to make hero gear. But they also know that Deku is actually, capable of hand-to-hand combat, good at fighting, and good at strategies. And he always get A's on his test. If they had, the ability to give Deku a higher grade, they would. But, now, they're 14, which, UA is starting, in, high school, in this one, not in college, because I don't want to. Hold on for a second. My throat is getting dry. That felt nice. So, during class, the teacher walks in and he asks, how many of you, he says, these are career goal papers. I need you all to fill these out by the end of class. As he passes it around and, everyone gets one and they sign what they're going to want to do. Even though he knows everyone's going to be heroes, it's basically mandatory that he gives it out to everyone. So everyone gets that. Yeah, Deku did get a name. He did get the name Toy Maker. He's a legendary person in the toy industry, along with his father. The kids love their inventions. Love them toys. Go. She, got a good reputation of being an inventor. She make hero gear. She make other things. So, school ends and everyone leaves. Deku goes straight home after talking with Momo and Todoroki. And Deku never missed the sludge feeling. So the first attack, happens. All Might catches the sludge feeling, but after jumping away, he does get tired. And he was in mid-air, so he did drop the bottle. It slipped out his pocket, and the sludge feeling got away. And All Might was too tired. As he noticed the sludge feeling was gone, it slipped out his pocket. He says that he's an idiot. He should have thought about that variable of the bottle slipping out his pocket, but he didn't. So he goes looking for it. And then he hears explosions. The sludge vendor captures Bakugo like a cannon. And Deku, he was walking home as he then heard explosions from far away. As he rushes over there, and then he brings out this little motorbike that he made. This little toy motorbike. And then he enlarges it, and then he hops on and he drives off with it. Which Deku does, know how to drive a motorbike, and a car, a helicopter, a jet, a plane, regular plane. All how to drive all types of vehicles. And he gets there, he sees Bakugo, being attacked by the sludge villain. Then he thinks about what he should do. Then he thinks, oh, I got an idea. As he shrinks the bike and puts it back in his pocket, he then pulls out another thing. He pulls out a He pulls out basically a flashbang. He enlarges it and he pulls the pin on it and he throws it. The Sludge villain sees a huge flash. Everyone else, it blinds them for a second. Deku then pulls out a grappling hook. He shoots it at the Bakugo. It wraps around Bakugo and Deku yanks Bakugo out. He didn't put the grappling hook back in his pocket after shrinking it. He then basically uses his model quirk to make a container. He gets the container, he enlarges it, puts it over the Sludge villain, and then he shrinks it. Slowly but surely he shrinks it, and I missed it. And it goes around the Sludge villain. Oh my god. Well, you guys know my name now. I ain't even gonna hide it. Yeah, my name is Krishan. I don't really care. So the Sludge villain basically, is trapped in a container. The reason I ain't gonna hide it, I'm still gonna post the video because I already already talked a lot, and I don't feel like re-recording this. Like, how much did I record already? 21 seconds, minutes, So you guys know my name now, so it's not even a huge deal. I don't really care. Know my name all you want. What you gonna do with it? Now, please don't call me Krishan. I hate being called by my name. How did you even get in here? I'm gonna have to kill something. So, Deku saves Bakugo. He drops the Sludge villain in a container made of wood. So after that's done, everyone gets from their flashbang state, and they notice that the Sludge villain is in case they can't see the Sludge villain. They don't see the kid anymore. All they see right there is a container of wood. Then they hear from the container that they hear the Sludge villain's voice, saying, "Let me out of here! Let me out of here! How did I even get in here? I did catch you. I should have killed you. You was in my hands, in my grasp. But I let you go." Oh, I'm sorry for me saying that. I'm trying to catch this annoying little fly. How did you even get in my house? How did you get in my room? I'm worried about that later. So, Bakugo did, opens his eyes after, the flashbang happened, hearing him, basically fight for his life. He then sees Deku, basically, holding him as he land on the ground, trying to see if he injured, but don't see any. So he says, "Oh, Hachan, how you doing?" As Bakugo says, Zuku. Long time no see, as Bakugo isn't arrogant in this one, as he knows the strength of Deku's quirk. Why are you in there? And they are pretty good friends. Oh, it's back again. And I lost it. Oh, it's back. Then I lost it. So, Bakugo and Deku are pretty good friends. And everyone does look behind to see, Deku and Bakugo, the kid that was stuck inside the Sludge villain. They do ask what happened. But, Deku basically pulls out his motorbike again and he drives off. I have to tell the Bakugo, "Alright, bye. I have to go to my parents' house. They really have to go back home. It's urgent. I have to do something." As Deku drives off. All Might doesn't get to, meet Deku because he drove off too fast. And yes, Deku does have a license to drive, a motorbike. So he gets home and he goes in, and his mother and his father are there. They didn't celebrate. What they celebrating? Well, Deku was 100, 1,000. No, actually no, 1 million. I don't know how to say this. Deku basically sold right now to this day. 1 million toys in total. I'm gonna catch this fly and I'm gonna kill this fly. I'm gonna drown that nigga. So, they celebrate that. Miski, and Bakugo comes over. Todoroki, he comes over. He don't bring Endeavor. He don't like Endeavor. Nobody likes Endeavor for what they did to Todoroki. He don't like Endeavor. Momo comes over along with her parents. They basically have a good time celebrating the fact that Deku sold over 1 million toys. Not just toys, he also sold, games, phones, consoles, things like that. Deku was very famous. He actually makes his own money aside from his parents that also make money. He makes money himself. As he got his own companies at young age, but they signed to his parents' name until he gets older. He got a phone company. Oh, I nearly caught the little nigga. He got a phone company. He got a shoe company. He got clothing companies. Things like that. Gaming companies, entertainments. Hero gear. Hero costumes. He got a lot of companies. Total majority are very rich. Some people do try to rob them, take their money, but it doesn't happen. They don't go well for them because Deku and his father's inventions. His father, his mother's inventions. They basically stop all thieves. Some people try to steal their invention, their work. Some people do try to steal their work. Some scientists, some people that are trying to get money, and thieves, villains, heroes sometimes, but it doesn't work for them. They try it, but it doesn't work how Deku and his father does it. Inko's invention, she made it, so that people can't, use it without her permission. So that's that. And also, people can't, reprogram it, so they can't, basically make it so that they can use it, so no one can get their, inventions. So after that's all done, everyone goes home and 10 months training happened. So what Deku does is basically over this whole 10 months training, Deku basically made a whole bunch of soldiers, a whole bunch of toy soldiers, whole bunch, like in the range of trillions, over a trillion, over a trillion, like yeah, that's good. 100 trillion. That's how much toy soldiers he made. Each having different weapons, 100 having different weapons. Things like that. He also made a whole bunch of boats, helicopters, jets, tanks, cars, jeeps, things like that. He made his own army, basically. And don't forget, he can enlarge it, too. He also made, his little house that he made, but it don't have food in it, basically. So what he does, he fill it up with food, drinks, and, they do shrink inside of his, inventions. Everything he make do shrink. What's in there do shrink. So the food shrinks, the water shrinks, Deku shrinks it to a size where he can put it on a keychain. He shrinks his soldiers, down very small and put them in a little bag, and basically, have this bag with him, on the chain. He basically got necklaces with them on there, wristbands, rings. He got a lot of things with, his inventions in it that can help him with his bike that be in his pocket, wrapping a hook in his pocket, helicopter, car, basically a lot of things that he make he make a lot of things. He made dragons before they actually spit fire. He made TVs that actually work. Made tigers, wolves, sharks, snakes, anything that you can think of, Deku made. But exclusively to himself. He keeps the things that he made more, private. So, the day of the entrance exam happens. So Deku basically pulls up there with his motorbike, and he gets off, he shrinks it back and puts it in his pocket. The students did see that, the examinees did see that, he takes off his helmet, he shrinks it and put it in his pocket. Then he walks into, the exam. He sits down next to Bakugo. Todoroki and Momo still takes the recommendation. Deku could have took the recommendation, but he wanted to see what he can do. Actually, no, he don't sit next to Bakugo. They ain't in the same school. Even though they could have been in the same school, Deku's parents did ask, Mitsuki if she wanted Bakugo to go to the same school as Deku, but she, was denied. She actually wanted, Bakugo to go to a different school. So that happened. So they take the written portion. Deku get first place above Momo, even corrected Nezu. And then Deku goes out to the exam area with he goes to the area with President Mike, explains the next exam. Why? Why my bottle making this sound? So, President Mike is explaining. He's explaining the robots. He's about to get to the 0 point of it. Ida gets up. Deku and Bakugo aren't sitting together, because, different schools. Actually, no, Deku and Bakugo sitting together. They are, talking a little bit to each other, but not all the time. Come over here so I can catch you and kill you. So, Ida does stand up. He says, "You two, stop talking. And also, I cannot believe that your way would make such a big mistake." As Deku looks behind him and says, "Why don't you mind your business and pay attention to the teacher when he's talking?" As Ida says, "You wasn't paying attention, and you were talking, distracting everyone else." As Deku says, "We wasn't distracting anyone. In fact, no one even noticed us talking. You're the only one who actually saw our lips moving. That's why you noticed us talking. And the reason no one else actually heard Deku and Bakugo talking is because Deku came up with an invention that could basically, basically put it in someone else's ear, and it basically, even though they're whispering, it sounds like someone is talking loud to them. It basically sounds like someone talking normally to them. So that was they're doing. They're whispering. The lowest whisper you can do. Like this. If y'all can hear that, y'all got some good headphones. But Deku and Bakugo was basically like that. But they're hearing each other really well. No one else even heard what they said at all. Ida is feeling a little furious, so he says, "I am Ida Tenya, I'm from the Ida family." Deku says, "It doesn't matter what family you're from, we're all pretty. It doesn't matter what kind of family you're from. I don't go around boasting my family name. As Ida says, oh, then what's your family name? I just said the Midorias. I said my name is Izuku Midoriya. As you know, some people they are shocked from this. You know, some actually go crazy from this. Some people say, wait, the Izuku Midoriya, the one who made the new phone, the one who made the new game system, the one who makes all the toys, a lot of things like that. Basically saying a lot of things about Deku family. He's from the Midoriya family. Oh, they one of the most richest in Japan. If not the richest in Japan. Which they are the richest. In fact, they're the richest in the whole world. So, Peter is a little bit more shocked from hearing Deku's family name. Because he do know that he actually got toys from, Deku. And he liked the toys that he got. One of them was of his brother, his big brother, Ingenium. Tensei. So, Brother Mike says, can I finish now? As, Ida sits down and Brother Mike explains. The 0 pointer before I got, interrupted is basically just an obstacle. So if you see it, you can just run. Don't even have to fight it. That's the, pros of it. You don't have to fight it. You can just run from it. As, President Mike just says, all right, go to the examine area and wait to get your cards to see what area you're going to be in. Deku still gets the same area as a cannon, Yeah, Deku didn't meet Uraka. But, some people are trying to talk to Deku, but Deku tells them, you should probably focus on the exam. You wouldn't want to, you wouldn't want to pass. You wouldn't want to fail. As people like, you're right. As people start focusing on the task in front of them, and President Mike says, all right, when I count down, or when those gates open, you want to go out there and destroy as much robots as you can. As he says, all right, 3, 2, 1. There is no countdown in a real battle. I gotta throw this away. As everyone rushes off, Deku creates, well, not creates, he basically enlarges the suit that he made for himself with these gauntlet things. These basic gauntlets, they're like Iron Man gauntlets. Basically they shoot, blasters. He basically, enlarges them and he puts them on his hands. And he basically starts shooting them off. Giddy tries to, talk about the fact that he is using hero gear, but he says that he is actually using this quirk. And, Ida can't argue with that. Because Deku explains that he has a creation, basically like a creation quirk. He has a modeling quirk. Whatever he makes, he can use. Which, he can make it out of different things, actually. Actually, he can make it out of different things instead of just wood. He can make it out of metal, wood, actually anything he wants. He can make it out of pre-existing metals, wood and things like that. He can make it out of dirt. If he wanted to, he can make it out of dirt. So, Izuku started, shooting this off, basically destroying robots after robot after robot. He actually take out a few soldiers, 2. Yeah, he actually takes out 2 soldiers, and these soldiers have, sniper rifles. They basically shooting robots with, basically explosive EMP bullets. Yeah, they use EMP bullets, and they hit, and they basically EMPs the robot, shutting down the system. Everyone can see these basic, toy soldier looking people, but they're actually talking, communicating with Deku. Deku's giving them strategies where to shoot. They actually know where to shoot at, and how far to aim, how far to lead the bullets. They know how to do that. Sometimes they can test the wind for themselves to see the wind patterns. They do all that. These are advanced soldiers that Deku made. So, oh yeah, I am gonna use these soldiers for some entertainment that Deku was basically gonna make. He actually has 4 sets of these soldiers, so he has 400 trillion soldiers. And Deku finishes off as much robots as he can. He leaves the rest with people that need points, and he stopped hunting robots. So Araka still gets captured under rubble, and the 0 pointer is coming. As Deku, his soldiers, basically run over to Araka, they pull her out the rubble. Basically after lifting it off her, they then pull her far away. The snipers then shoot at the 0 pointer. They EMP it, but it takes it down. Then Deku, basically shrinks the soldiers. He brings out a medic. The medic basically fixes Uraraka, twists the ankle, basically puts some bandages on it, and makes it so, she can get bandaged. And, the Deku shrinks the soldier and put it back. Recovery girl comes there and she kisses, Uraraka, and Uraraka's better now. Deku walks away, and before anyone can talk to Deku actually makes a car. He makes a Lamborghini because he loves a lot of different cars. But today he makes a Lamborghini, and he tells Bakugo to get in after Bakugo comes out. And Bakugo says, "Do you even have a license for this?" No. Deku pulls out his license because probably somewhere in Japan, somewhere around the world, that people can actually drive younger than 16. Which I'm gonna say Deku has this ability. He can drive at the age of 14. They actually gave him a license to do it. And he is a licensed, person to carry a firearm. Things like that. He can have a concealed carry or open carry. If you don't know what concealed or open carry is, basically, concealed carries you can have a weapon on you, a pistol or something like that on you, but it's concealed. People can't see it. And open carry is, basically like cops do, they have their weapons out, people can see it. So, Deku has that right too. So, Deku and Bakugo drives back to their houses respectively. Deku drops off on Bakugo, and he goes back to his house. And after a week they get All Might basically tell the Deku that he passed and welcome to his Hero Academia. All Might do know Deku, and he know Inko and Hisashi from David Shield. David Shield actually showed All Might, Inko, and Hisashi, and they became close friends. So Deku do call All Might Uncle All Might at times, like Melissa did. And Todoroki and Momo do know this. They do know that Todoroki, Momo, and Bakugo do know this. That Deku calls All Might Uncle All Might. And at this point they're immune to it. They just know this gonna happen. So first day of school, Deku gets there. And, some people do say that, look, that's Izuku, Midoriya from the Midoriya family. Some girls do gossip over him. Boys do think that he's cool. And Deku, he do look good though. No gay shit. Deku do look good. People do like Deku. The girls think he cute. The dudes want to look like him. Deku got swag. So Deku gets in class. He goes sit down. And he gets there pretty early, like Momo and Todoroki. Momo, Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo are there earlier because Deku basically picked them up and drove them to school. And Deku says, how about some entertainment? And I say, sure. And when them they sitting close to each other, Deku basically makes a table. He then makes He didn't push his army on there, his soldiers. Enough soldiers to make it even. Two teams, basically team deathmatch. But not they don't come back, which one to see which one is gonna win. They all have equal strengths. Oh my god. Well, everyone posting right now. They all have equal strengths and equal abilities. So he puts them down along with the vehicles, and then some water also there. He created water with it, which he can do. Don't ask me how, but he create water with his modeling. I told you he can model anything after anything he want, even electricity at some point, but it's gonna dissipate. If he model it after gas, it's gonna fly away. So he mostly models it after liquids, solids, but he don't model it after gas. If he models it after gas, he makes sure that it's in something, so he keep the gas in it, but it's not going to keep the original shape that it has. So Deku basically does that, and the armies go to war. And the four are basically just watching this, and it sounds like real gunfire, but Deku made it so it's paintball, so he won't lose any of his soldiers. And even if they did get hurt, he can basically just tap them to repair them instantly. But he don't want to go to the hassle, and cleaning them is really fast. They clean themselves. So that's going on, and it's a long battle. People come in, more people, time after time, and they actually seeing, what Deku doing. Momo, Deku, Todoroki, and Bakugo. And, for other people not to see what they doing, they basically put, a force shield around it. Deku basically give them glasses, it's basically like shield, shades. He gave them glasses, so they looking at it. They seeing what's actually happening, but to the surface, nobody can actually see it. Even though it's there, Deku basically got it so that no one else can see it. How he did that, he basically put up these four little pillar things, four little electronic things that he made, so that it basically camouflage the area. But he also made these glasses so he can bypass that camouflage. And Deku, Todoroki, Momo, and Bakugo, they are listening to what happened on outside, but they're still watching what's happening on the inside. And people asking, some people wondering what they looking at, but they ain't paying attention to them. So the war is going on still, and it's basically blue or red. They don't have specific colors, but Deku basically tied some paper, some colors around their arms to make sure he get the right colors. Blue versus red. And they fighting pretty good. It's like a real war. It's going on, naturally. Everyone then gets in class. Bakugo doesn't have a cheat up. Todoroki, basically ain't talking. None of the four are talking. They're just looking at this. Ida comes in. He doesn't have anyone to talk about, but he does go to Deku and says that he's sorry and he is a better student than him. And how did he know about the extra, exam thing? The extra part in the test. Deku says he didn't know, but you should probably, stop bothering me. I'm currently watching something. He just says, "Oh, what are you watching?" He says, "Oh, I'm watching a war." He says, "Wait, what do you mean?" Deku says, "I can't explain it to you, but I'll explain it later. So you should sit down." As Ida sits down, and then Asawa comes in. As everyone is sitting down, but they still talking. Rock is talking, she making new friends. People talking, they're making new friends, getting to know each other. Asawa then says, "All right, everyone be quiet. I'm your home teacher, Shotoe Asawa. We're going to be doing a quirk apprehension test. And you four, what are you doing with those glasses on?" As Deku says, "We're watching a war." As Asawa says, "Wait, what war? Who's at war? What do you mean you're watching a war?" As Deku says, "Fine, I'll show you." As he says, Paul, he takes the glasses off. Momo, Todoroki, and Bakugo takes the glasses off, and he basically shrinks them, put it back in his pocket. He then, take the things that are actually camouflaging his soldiers, and protecting else from getting hit with the paintballs, he put them in his pocket, and everyone he could see his little soldiers going to war, basically shooting at each other with paintballs. They see that, they saying, "Whoa!" Some of the boys say, "Wait, that's awesome." And it's Hazal says, "Well, stop that. We have to do a quick apprehension test." There's Deku basically says, fine. As he shrinks his soldiers and puts them back in their bags. Basically their little small bags, and he shrinks the bag down. Well, he don't shrink the bag down. He just put it in a pocket. And then Todoroki, Todoroki, no. As I was saying, all right, go take these uniforms, go put them on, and go outside. But Uraka says, what about orientation? As I said, this is the hero school. You don't need orientation, and I will run my class how I want to run it. As everyone goes out, they get dressed, and in the locker room, and Netta still sees the hole. Deku sees it too. So what Deku does is he creates a little plug for the hole, and he plugs it. And Netta said, "Why, dude? Why would you do that, dude? Come on, man. You just a buzzkill for doing that, dude. Come on. You just blocked all the glory." As Deku says, "You shouldn't peek." As he then, goes over and puts on his clothes and keeps all his, his items, which he gonna, make it so they can fit in the belt. A hero belt. Basically have, a lot of things. He goes outside, as I says, all right. He throws the ball to Deku. You got the highest points on the exam. Throw the ball with all your strength. Now throw it without your quirk first. As Deku gets, probably 80 to 70. He says, pretty physically built. Now throw with your quirk, as Deku basically enlarges a glove, and basically this glove, basically Iron Man glove, and he basically shoots a Iron Man beam with it, a beam with it, and the ball flies and goes to let me say 1,700 meters. As I says, pretty far. Dex said I could have did better, but I didn't really want to do all that much, because just wanted to use something I could use in my hand. As I says, I want you to do your best. As Deku says, okay. As what Deku does is he makes a rocket, pulls out a rocket that he had in his pocket. Pulled out the stick with the rocket. He basically put the ball inside the rocket, and he launched it. And it went all the way to space. And it kept going. It has unlimited, fuel supplies. It's gonna keep going. As it ever, not ever. As I was says, infinity. As everyone shocked from this, Araka thinks to herself, I thought I was gonna be the only one to get infinity. Todoroki, Bakugo, and Momo's quirk are better than Canny. Since Todoroki did use his fire and his ice, he knows the full function of his quirk. So he knows he could get frostbite, and he can get heat stroke. So he knows that his quirk cancel out its weaknesses. Bakugo knows that if he overuses his quirk, he basically he can hurt his arms, his bones. So what he does is he did the iron bone training. Momo knows if she overuses her quirk, she can get hungry. So she worked on this thing. This basically she worked on how to make it so that she lessens her fat limit. Lessen her fat consumption when she making objects with her quirk. So it takes less fat than it actually did in canon to make her objects. I'm gonna say it takes 1/10 of her fat to make one object. Make a whole bunch of them, it takes 3/10. And on like that. She basically lessened it to a huge degree to where she can basically almost spam, objects. But after, like if she spam objects for, I want to say 5 days in a row, then she's gonna need to eat like a regular meal just to get back to full strength. But she keep on spamming it like, I don't know, like 17 days. She's gonna need a full course meal, you know. If she's spamming it for like, I don't know, a lot of days, like past 40, she's gonna need a whole banquet. So her quirk is pretty powerful. That just don't mean it says this does look like fun, but you know, as I was having it fun. You think that this is fun? All right. Whoever comes in last place gets kicked out. As they say, wait, what? That's not fair. As always says, trust me, kids. Life isn't fair. Nothing is fair. Natural disasters, heroes, well, no, villains, death. A lot of things isn't fair, kids. The world isn't fair. You should keep that in mind. Yes, everyone takes this a little bit more serious, but Mama and Deku knows that, as I was basically bullcrapping. Oh, almost time for my little sister to get back from school. How long got that going on, man? Let's stretch this out to an hour. I'm giving y'all my first hour. So, everyone else throws the ball, the kids' name is again, it's about go to Roki and Momo. Get a little bit more better. And, every other thing, the race Deku gets, first, how he did it, he basically put out some boots, the speed boots, like in, these boots, basically make him run faster. Ugh. Side to side jumps, Deku basically, jump side to side. Where he basically makes spring shoes to basically jump from side to side. The long jump, Deku basically make wings on his back. And he flapped them and he actually flew. Everyone thinks that that's cool, The grip strength, Deku basically, he just uses regular grip strength, but she got average in there. But, he got a little bit above average. And that's over with. They go home. Classic Maverick. And All Might comes out and says, what did you think of, young Izuku? As I says, he's very powerful. And All Might says, I know. I seen this quirk in full, strength before. That kid, he calls me Uncle All Might, right? As I says, wait, no way. Yeah, I'm friends with his parents. And then I would start laughing. He said, alright. As he leaves, then, the next day. It's the hero versus villain. So All Might, busts the door and says, I am here. As that says, Uncle All Might. As that one says, Uncle All Might. Wait, what? Hello, young Izuku. So, today, we're going to be doing battle training. So, for that, you guys are going to need your hero costumes that you submitted to, UA to get built. Deku's hero costume look nothing like a cannon. Nothing. The color scheme, maybe, the green and things like that, but it don't look nothing like a cannon. So, Deku's hero costume is more, centered around stealth and also takedown. More like Izawa, do, more like stealth and takedowns. So what Deku has is basically he has a black suit mostly. He got gloves that can shock people. He also got boots that increases his agility. He, got a rebreather that can turn into a gas mask. You know, and he got a bodysuit that's actually bulletproof, fireproof, electricity proof, a lot of things like that. That could basically protect him from quirks. He got shock absorption in it. Deku got all that because he prepared. He's smart. He also got a little sword on the back so he can use sword. You know, I forgot what the sword combat is called. Um, well, I forgot what it is. No, he basically just sword combat. I forgot what it's called. So, at this stage, we're going to be splitting you guys up into two teams, a hero team and a villain team. He says, how are we going to be choosing teams? He said, are we going to do it academically or are we going to do it by names? I said, sure. Yes, it did answer his question. I said, we're going to be doing it by random lottery. As he pulls out, little ball thing, that lottery people do. He, spins it around, and then Deku and Morocco on the hero team, and Banco and on the villain team. As Dharma says, all right, villains, go in, hide the bomb, and we're gonna, come with a plan. And heroes wait outside and wait till the villains are ready. As when they hide the bomb, Deku tells Ida, we're gonna lose. Doesn't really matter, but at least we lose in this style. As Ida says, what do you mean? Well, this is gonna be over, rather quickly. Ida says, what do you mean? He says, well, Deku is very smart. In fact, he is smarter than Momo. He is, one of the smartest people I know. Ida says, is he that smart? As Bako says, yes. He is, he does know military tactics. He knows bomb defusal and how to take down villains. He knows a lot of things. He just started to get scared a little bit, but he thinks Bako is exaggerating, but he isn't. So all my says the hero team may now enter, but Deku grabs a rocket hand and tells her, let's not go in through the door. They might be expecting that. I have an idea. As he, basically makes gloves for a rocker. Basically, he, enlarges some gloves that he had in his pocket. He tells her to press this little button right here. She presses it, and, basically claws came out. And Deku says, make yourself weightless, as she does. And Deku says, follow me. She basically uses a quirk on her. And, they basically start climbing up the building, Everyone is shocked from this, and they get to the top. Deku says, "Can I have my gloves back?" As she gives them back to him, and he takes them. Deku then goes over to he looking through the building. How he does it, he basically taps his goggles that he has on. He basically gives him a thermal vision of every building floor, basically the layout of it. And he sees Bakugo and Ida in the top, along with the bomb. As Deku says, they're over here. As they go over to the area, and Deku says, alright, hold this, as he pulls out a flashbang. As Deku then, makes a cutter, things that they have, laser cutter, the cutter, to where people use sometimes to get open glass. He makes that, he puts it on the roof, but it's a laser, and it lasers through the roof as he pulls it, the thing open, and it's human size, so he puts a hook into the building to where it can slide down inside of it. And Deku says, alright, use that flashbang, basically pull that thing out and throw it in there. As she does what Deku says, she threw it in there, and after it blew up, Deku tells her to slide on the rope. As she does, and Deku does too, he tells her to touch the bomb, She touches it, and while she was not ready to touch it, Deku basically rushed up behind Ida and Bakugo and basically, tackled them to the ground and tied them up in tape. It's almost as the hero team wins. As everyone's seeing how fast that they won, they're a little bit shocked from that. And everyone else goes and they, pass, they fail. But, Todoroki's Momos are different. They do better than in canon. And Todoroki don't just freeze the whole building. He actually comes with a plan. So, that's over with. And, I'm keep going a little bit longer. So, today's the day that they pick class representative. If they actually pick Deku and Momo. Because they think that they're actually the smartest, so they pick them. And, oh yeah, Deku is in the support course class. And he does get along with, no, actually, yeah. Deku X Momo X Mei Hatsume. Yes. Yes. That's good. 2 girls at one time. So, Deku, they both of them. So, Deku likes both of them. And both of them like, Deku. So, one day, Deku do ask them both out on a date. Both of them at the same time. So they both, respect they both have to respect each other, so they do that. They both respect the fact that they both like Deku. And, they're nice to each other. And Deku's liking this, he likes the fact that they're nice to each other. So, that's happening. And that's done with now. They're in the cafeteria, they're eating. Monoma doesn't try that thing that he did in Candy. And then the alarm goes off, and everyone is going into a panic. What Deku does is he tells everyone. He makes a speaker that the police use or things like that people use at rallies. He tells everyone to calm down. It's just the media. But Deku knows who it really is. He knows that it's a villain by the name of, Shigaraki Tomura. But he don't see Shigaraki Tomura on there. Well, it's a fake paper, but he knows, he knows that it's fake. Because, what don't show who exactly the person is, but it shows that a personnel is, inside the school. He tells he texts this information to Nezu that someone broke into the school that stole, some files. That's, Deku calming everyone down. He did that. And then, everyone calms down and they finish eating and they leave lunch. Now, it's time for everyone to go to USJ. But, before that happened, it's actually stopped. As I was asking why are we delayed to go to USJ? 13 is actually inside the USJ because Principal Nezu told her to go with the students this time, actually. They asking, why they're not going yet. Principal Nezu says that someone stole, the USJ files. So it's more, it's more than suspected that, somebody is inside the USJ. So tread carefully. As they go off. So during this time, everyone asks about each other quirk, but Deku basically explains that he has 3 quirks actually. He has an intelligence quirk, He has basically like a creation quirk, and he also has, what was the other quirk gave him? Yeah, enlargement quirk. A shrinking and enlargement quirk. So they pull up to the USJ. Deku tells everyone not to go in. Actually, he also tells Ozawa in 13 as he pulls out of a bag. He pulls out some soldiers. He pulls out about 100 of them, approximately, and he changes their bullets to tranquilizer darts to capture the villains. But he do know they can keep live ammo just in case. He also give them night vision. and he gives suppressors for their tranquilizers. They all geared up. They also got smoke bombs. Not just night vision, they got thermal vision too. And Deku basically tells Aizawa not to go in and not to come out. That he's going in along with his soldiers. As he goes in, he basically after the villains show up, they see we're here to kill All Might. Then they see just a bunch of soldiers with Deku, and Deku kills the lights with a little switch he had in his hand. The lights go out, and everyone is shocked from this. It is dark, it's dark. As the soldiers move around, they moving so quiet they can't hear them. Deku is too, and they all get into position. They turn on their night vision, and they start shooting at the people with tranquilizer darts, knocking them out. And then one of the villains actually get the lights on, and they start seeing everyone up and where they're at. So what Deku decides to do is says now, as they throw smoke bombs everywhere, their positions where the villains at, everywhere they throw smoke bombs, and they change the thermal. They start shooting at everyone. But when Deku changed the thermal and he looked, when he saw the normal position was it, no heat was there. So the normal, didn't produce heat. He thought that's strange. Everyone produces heat, but the normal didn't. So he tried to do something else. He got out this thing that was on his gun. He basically tried to see, and he what he thought was happening. He was correct. This thing is not living. So he think he basically had a little earpiece in. He just take out the big bird. As everyone says, Roger that. As they aim at the bird, and live ammo shoot the normal straight through the head, killing it instantly. What no one knows yet, Shigaraki, Kirigiri don't know, because they did have silence weapons, and they start shooting, more tranquilizer darts. So Kirigiri actually finds, Shigaraki. Says, Shigaraki, we have to get out of here. We just leave the normal here to kill All Might. And then, Shigaraki says, yeah, that's a good idea. But then, they turn around, they actually leave. They actually, clear out a little bit of smoke, and they see the normal dead, corpse. And then they thinking, they just shocked from this. They say, Shigaraki, we have to leave now. They leave. The rest of the villains get shot with tranquilizer darts, knocking them out. They go through every area, knocking them out, shooting them tranquilizer darts, and then they rally them all up, tie them all up, and they drag them out to USJ. As Aizawa, some other pro heroes that actually got there faster because Aizawa basically called, they had reception, and they all there. They waiting. They was finna go in, but they couldn't open the doors. Then the doors open. Deku comes out. It's full tactical gear, a gun, basically the night vision / thermal vision goggles, and he walks out. And then a couple of seconds after him comes his soldiers with villains tied up. Shigaraki and Kirigiri did take the Nomu's body back so they don't get the Nomu to study it. Well, they do get all these villains, which is over 100 villains. Over 100. I don't know the precise number, but it's over 100. I'm pretty sure. And the hero shocked from this, and then the police come, take all the villains. They try to see if Deku was hurt, but Deku isn't. And Deku shrinks all the soldiers and put them back. Everyone is shocked from this. And, that's the end of the USA. And this one will end this off. I'm pretty sure that's an hour. Yep, that's an hour video. And, this is to me to you. What if Deku was a toy maker? Or what if Deku was the toy maker? Goodbye, my people.